Good morning, Canada. Today we have a special guest. I am proud to introduce profound philosopher and mathematician Rene Descartes, who is called the father of modern philosophy for starting a point of existence, I think, therefore I am. Welcome to Canada, Descartes. It is a pleasure to meet you.
As it is with you, Madame Marx, thank you for having me.
It is our very own pleasure. Explain to the world, who are you?
I was born on March 31st, 1596 in La Haye, France. I'm the youngest of three children. My mother, Janine Bouchard, died within the first year of my life. It was very sad indeed. My father, Joachim, sent me to live with my maternal grandmother, where we remained even after my father remarried a few years later. However, my father sent me to boarding school at the Jesuit College of Henry V in La Haye, France, at the age of 8 for 7 years.
Now, were you a good student or were you one of those class clowns?
I was a very good student indeed, and I only had to attend class midday, which of course helped me be a good student. I studied at a Jesuit till 1612, then went to University of Poitiers for 4 years, and that is where I obtained my law degree. I was a very proper student, very proper indeed. After that, I enlisted in the Dutch military and met Isaac Beekman, who turned into my greatest inspiration and an influential teacher indeed. I later traveled through Europe and came up with an entirely new system of science. I began to publish my books, Le Mode, Rules for Direction of the Mind and Discourse of Method.
I will most definitely pick up one of those reads when I go to the bookstore. Now, Descartes, you are known as a dualist. What is a dualist?
That is correct. Dualism is the theory that states that the mind is one type of substance and the body is another. The mind is entirely distinct from the body and would not fail to be what is, even if the body did not exist. The quote is from my book, Discourse on Method. This means that the mind can survive without the body.
You have an approach to dualism, the mind/body problem. How does it work?
The mind and the body are two distinct substances. Mind is a thinking being, is invisible and immaternal and can survive the death of the body. On the other hand, the body is dissolvable, is material, non-conscious substance and cannot survive death. The mind and the body interact, but how do they interact if they are two different substances? That is the question. Well, the mind and the body make contact through the pineal gland and therefore interact together. For an example, the mind can cause me to raise my hand, and the body's sense organs cause sensations in the mind, while the two being completely different indeed.
Your philosophical question, what can I know for certain? What does that mean?
I am a rationalist. I believe that reason, without the aid of sensory experience, provides knowledge of reality. Knowledge can be achieved only through the human ability to realize. What can you know for certain? What can I know for certain? In developing my theory, I trusted nothing except for what I could know, absolute certainty. For absolute certainty, pardon. I used systematic doubt. I knew one thing for certain. I think, therefore I am. I know that I exist. I know that I am a thinking thing and that I am self-aware. I know that thinking is a thing which doubts, understands, affirms, desires, wills, refuses, imagines and feels. That is what I know for certain. I do not trust senses or reason. What do you know for certain, Madame Marx?
Well, I know that I exist. I know that I have a family and I have emotions. And I know that I exist because I am a thinking thing.
Well done, madam, well done.
So, therefore, Descartes, I'm guessing you believe in priori knowledge.
Correct. Priori knowledge means from before. It is used to refer to ideas that appear to be true before experience. An example is bracket 2 plus 2 equals 4. Acknowledge this, Madame Marx.
Is knowledge learned? Innate or both?
Knowledge is innate. When we are born, we already know of ideas that we use in order to help make sense of this world. Like, for example, truths about God. That He is good, existed, is powerful, and all causes have effects.
Does God exist then, Descartes?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that idea that God is an infinite being?
Well, yes. Yes, I do.
Of course, because our knowledge, as I said above, is innate. Since our idea of God is an infinite being, it must then have an infinite object reality. For an example, if you are asked to describe an apple, you would talk about its shape, color, and taste, not about its totality. So just an objective reality, if you want to say anything about it then, you have to talk about its specific characteristics. With that being said, some things cannot come from nothing. God does not exist. Listen here, this is my idea. Our idea of God is a perfect being. It is more perfect to exist than not to exist at all. Therefore, God must exist.
Very interesting, I must say. Now, lastly, Descartes, how do you define beauty?
My idea of beauty pleases. If this is true, then anything that is pleasing to each person in a particular way must be beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What this quote means is that everyone has their own option about what or who is beautiful. We all have different ideas about what is beautiful because we all have different tastes, likes, and certain characteristics that we are drawn to. For example, Miss Madame Marx, you might think diamond ring is beautiful, and I may disagree. I might say a ruby, and I might say it is not beautiful at all. We both see beauty differently. Thus, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Thank you for having me, Madame Marx.
Thank you so much. Have